What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy Talito. Welcome back. This is episode 3 of The Wire. The title of this episode is called Rapitalism. In the world, you have all of these different issues that we're dealing with, these massive issues. You got issues such as mass incarceration. You got issues such as poverty, homelessness. You got horrible work conditions. You got kids in China and these other countries working in these sweatshops at 10 years old, making shoes and all of these products that we're using every day. What is the overwhelming reason and justification for any of these issues? They always say, you guessed it, capitalism. There's a prison right now in Mississippi where 12 people have been killed in this year alone already. Conditions are poor. They work in these prisoners. They're using them for private companies, making these products. So it's clear if we're going to use the justification of capitalism in every situation, that we do put capitalism above human life. Capitalism comes before morality. There has to be something a little bit deeper that explains it. So if we look at it in this instance, we use capitalism as far as just in business, but you can even take it to the street level. Like you got weed and crack and heroin and all these drugs that people are selling in the streets. Now, if you look into history, these same drugs were actually moved by different organizations, different political people. If you look at like Ronald Reagan with the whole Contra struggle and how the CIA was giving Freeway Ricky Ross these drugs to sell in his community, and then he ends up going to jail for it. So if you think about it, the government was dealing within the crack industry. If these things have been allowed throughout society within the structure as a whole, then how come on the street level these people still get locked up for it? So you got like weed is legalized these days. Weed is billions, $100 billion industry, going to go into the trillions, and you still got people in jail for selling weed. If capitalism is all about the free market system and about the choice and about being able to go into business, how are some people allowed to do these things but other people are put into jail and dying because of these different solutions that we're coming up with?
You know, some things just stay the same, man. I mean, the game is the game. And the thing is, since the towers is gone, I'm gonna need to take my team to some new places. You feel me?
So there's a scene in The Wire where Omar is actually on the stand, and Avon, the top lawyer, is questioning Omar.
You're feeding off the violence and the despair of the drug trade. You're stealing from those who themselves are stealing the lifeblood from our city. You are a parasite who leeches off
just like you,
the culture
man.
of drugs. Excuse me?
I got the shotgun. Got the briefcase. It's on the game though, right?
I feel like that's definitely something that explains it a little bit in that context. These things may be different and look different on the surface level, but if you really look into it, Omar is robbing the community, robbing drug dealers for the money that they're making from illegal activities. And the lawyer is defending these drug dealers and making that same illegal money that Omar's getting. But one is right and one is wrong. So recently you had this forum where it was Ryan Coogler, you had Malcolm, he made Black Panther and Fruitville Station, all those movies. You had Marshawn Lynch, I already know who Beast Mode is, and then you had J. Cole. They're on this forum. And Ryan Coogler asked J. Cole a really good question. The question that he asked him was, why are these record labels signing these kids that maybe have these addiction problems and rap about addiction, and then not getting these kids the help that they need to be able to overcome some of these issues that they're going through? The answer that J. Cole gave was a really good answer. The short answer, he said, it's not right. Basically, it's a wrong thing. But overall, what he was saying was capitalism. So what he was basically talking about is sex, money, drugs, violence sells pretty much in our community, in our society, with entertainment or anything else. Now, the biggest difference between music having these different attributes within it and something like movies or TV having these things where you have like sensationalized stuff is, with rap, it's supposed to be real. So the rapper is speaking how he lives, because you rap what you live, right?
Now come, I'm gonna drop it. Y'all ready? Oh, nigga, stop the beat.
I don't really feel like the lyrics or the content is really what will influence somebody to do anything wrong. However, what it does do is it does provide justification for other people to see rappers and that community in a certain light.
Shit, if you want to get away with murder, all you gotta do is shoot somebody in the head and put a demo tape in their pocket. This is a rap killing. Let's go home.
Rapitalism is controlling both sides of the narrative. So being able to decide what kind of content is put out there into the community, and also define how people are receiving that information. And if you give people that information for so long and you tell them that this is the right information, after years of doing this, people start to believe it. They start to internalize those things. Sex, money, drugs, sells. Capitalism. However, if you look at history, you got rappers like Lauryn Hill, you got the Fugees, you got Mos Def, you got the Roots, you got all kinds of rappers, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, that have this positive message, that have sold millions of records, have went platinum, had the biggest album out, have won the Grammy Awards for positive music. So if positive music also works in a capitalist system, how come that is not the music that is pushed? And that's where we talk about rapitalism, because it's a deeper form of capitalism, and that kind of explains control. So if you control the narrative, you can control the mindset of the people. If you can control the mindset of the people, you can control their thought patterns. If you control their thought patterns, you can control how they behave. And if you can control how they behave, then you can control the people overall. And we can look at it in this context. So everybody pretty much knows that fast food is not good for you in 2020. I mean, we've seen these movies like What the Health and Food Inc. and just all of these movies that are explaining how the food industry and how these different products are causing cancer and all these diseases, and people are dying from them. So most people know these things. Most people know what's healthy and what's not healthy. However, you still have a Burger King, a McDonald's, and Wendy's. You still have all these fast food restaurants on every corner in society. And if it was really about capitalism, wouldn't you have a Whole Foods on these corners? Because Whole Foods is the new industry. People are, like I said, are more interested in health. They're more interested in health. They want to be healthy. They want to consume healthier foods. So if people are deciding that this is the way that they want to go, how come these restaurants aren't replaced by healthier options? Even more than calling it a free market, you can kind of call it multiple choice market, because it's not based on the consumer solely. You are given choices. You don't have the right to do anything you want, but you do have different choices that are given to you within these societies. Just like when you release music, you have the choice to put it on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, and all these things. Those things are listened to and consumed from Apple cell phones, Android cell phones, Motorola cell phones, and listened to from Apple headphones, Beats headphones, Bose headphones, JBL. So, like I said before, each industry feeds itself into the larger market as a whole, which is selling these. I heard RZA talk to Joe Rogan. He was talking about how the music is free, but the headphones that you're paying for to listen to the music are $300 to get the headphones. So how are the headphones $300 when the music is free? You can't use headphones without the music. In the book 1984, he describes this future where the government has all of this different control over the minds of the citizens. He looks at one concept within this book, and he calls it doublethink. People know that war is bad. People know that these prisons and all these industries are killing people within it. However, they're taught to believe that it's either not happening or that it's not true. In a free market system, they basically say whatever people want, the market will produce. The market will basically weed out everything that is not wanted within it. So how does this continue to happen? This is no way an attack on capitalism, because like I said, it does give every artist the ability to get out there and get on these platforms and be heard. It gives people the ability to enter the market with any product that they have at any time. It allows a prisoner who has done time in prison to start his own business and get back on the right track. The 9 richest people in the world have more money than the bottom 4 billion people in the world. So the wealth inequality is crazy in a system of this magnitude. And like I said, that produces these problems such as homelessness, poverty, famine, disease, when in all actuality it just doesn't have to happen. Which is why I have coined the term good old-fashioned Rapitalism, which is more about the control and controlling both sides, controlling the narrative, to control the minds of the people. You can control the way that these people think and the way that these people react to the system, to the point to where whatever we give you, you'll take it and you won't question it at all. But like I said, it's gonna be a quick episode. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Follow my Instagram page, follow my Twitter, Facebook, SNS Toledo. New music coming out soon. Time Travel 2. Your boy SNS Toledo. Y'all be cool. I'm out.